So we're going to start out with the concept of a pelvic tilt. Now, pelvis means basin in Latin. So I want you to think about your pelvis being a basin or a bowl, and we want to have it level front to back. So as I stand here, my hip bone in the front and my hip bone in the back are about level. If I were to spill forward, you would see that the bowl would kind of spill out the front. This would put me into what's called an anterior tilt, a forward tilt. And you can see how my back just became more curved in this position. If I were to spill out the back, I would be in a posterior tilt, or sometimes called a tuck. I would be spilling out and rounding into this low back. And this is the movement of our pelvic tilt. I want you to think of the pelvic tilt being a motion forward and back, not a specific position. You may have more of a tendency towards one direction or the other, but we want to develop an awareness of the mobility, so therefore we can dial it in as to how much we might need to help us correct when we're too excessive in one direction.
So let's take another look at our skeleton here. We're going to focus on the pelvis. So we're going to zoom in. In the front, you see the pubic bone in the middle. And on the back, you can see we have the sacrum bone in the middle. And at the very bottom of the sacrum bone is our tailbone. The sacrum bone is wedged between two larger bones called the innominate bones. Where the innominate bones and sacrum bones meet are the SI joints. So now we're going to look from the side. There are two bony landmarks on each side of our pelvis we are going to note. The posterior superior iliac spine, or the PSIS, and in the front we have our anterior superior iliac spine, or the ASIS. You won't need to remember those terms, but what I want you to notice is that the bony landmarks in the front are about level with the bony landmarks in the back. I'll typically refer to the bones in the front as hip bones and the bones in the back as dimple bones, because if you look at someone from behind, they may have those little indentations at the side of their sacrum bone appearing as dimples. When our hip bones and dimple bones are about level, we are in a neutral. The last thing we'll notice is that the pubic bone in the front of our pelvis is about even with the bottom ribs in the front of our rib cage. Remember, while we all have these landmarks, our proportions are going to be different, so use these as a guide to understand how to find neutral on you.